pómulos marcados con el orgullo indio en el alma tatuado. Vengo con la mirada, vengo con la palabra, esa palabra hablada. Vengo sin temor a no perder nada. Vengo como el niño que busca de su morada la entrada al origen, la vuelta de su cruzada. Vengo a buscar la historia silenciada, la historia de una tierra saqueada. Vengo con el mundo y vengo con los pájaros. Vengo con las flores y los árboles, sus cantos. Vengo con el cielo y sus constelaciones. Vengo con el mundo y todas sus estaciones. Vengo agradecida al punto de partida.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Dallas Mavericks up against the Los Angeles Lakers at Staples Center. And for Los Angeles, they are hungry for a win here. Last season, they got swept by this team. 4 straight losses, something they haven't forgotten. And with a little bit of time here before tip-off, I'll kick off a topic. Defense, as we know, a key to winning basketball. Kenny, talk about the hallmarks of a great defensive team.
Well, first there has to be an anchor in the back. And if you have an anchor in the back, then all of a sudden you can start with containing the basketball and denying those open lanes, because you know if they try to get to the rim, the anchor is back there. And after that, it's all about getting your hands up and making
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. So for the Lakers, their last game a win against the Sacramento Kings.
Yeah, the confidence just exuding in that performance on the offensive end. I mean, really illustrates how this team clicks when guys are communicating and executing as a cohesive unit.
Yeah, roadkill is hard to get in this league. I mean, to be a great NBA team, you've got to be able to have that kind of performance on the road. Focused, purposeful, and productive. Really solid.
The Lakers working the ball around now. Randall kicks to Ariza. Russell passes to Jordan. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That's on Marcin Gortat. Mavs were solid on the road last year with a record of 23-18 away from Dallas Clark. Good for 5th most road wins in the West.
And Kevin, that's what you'd expect from a veteran team like the Mavs. I mean, throughout the roster, this team has guys that understand what it takes to win on the road.
And guys, the Mavs did have a good record on the road last year. Most of it came at the expense of the Eastern Conference. Only 10 of their 23 road wins came against teams in the West.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the floor right now for the Mavericks. Thompson is out there with Harris. Then it's Garrett Temple. Then it's Conley. And it's Gortat in at the 5.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Now here's Conley. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
And what I enjoyed when watching that game was the way he balanced getting his shot and also incorporating his teammates. He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ariza.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Los Angeles on D.
You know, it's funny, back to the Mavs on the road last season, they were much better defensively on the road than they were at home, and that's typically not the case. It's usually flipped, better at home on D than on the road.
Rodgers can't make the basket.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Here's Temple, and there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Pass to Conley for 3.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
Jordan up top. Russell with a wide open look. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
Could be the first of a lot of mid-range jumpers that we see from him.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
There's a good screen. Down low and out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Well, guys, I was able to talk with Rick Carlisle for just a moment. With this being their first meeting of the year, he stressed to his team to rely on their instincts on the offensive end, saying, "We do a good job of finding soft spots in defenses and not forcing anything. As long as we can continue doing that here, we'll be in good shape." We'll see if that holds true, guys.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. And getting good shots, guys, creating those quality opportunities is something Coach hopes to see here early on.
And you know, it's really something every coach wants to see, but I know where he's coming from. I mean, they've got to be smart with their shot selection if they hope to win this game.
And, you know, guys, getting that good shot selection is going to depend on their ball and player movement. I mean, they have to be free-flowing, not stagnant.
Well, there may be some questions for a while about D'Angelo Russell. People will guess which position he's best at in the NBA. You and I saw him firsthand playing for the Bucks. I mean, he is a terrific talent.
Yeah, he really is. I think he's an old-school guard, Kevin. He can play with the ball and be effective, or he can play off the ball. He's got a really bright future. Loved watching him play and grow as a one-year college guy at Ohio State.
And Jordan gets it to go. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Thompson, a screen on Russell. Feeds to Temple. Wide open look. They get the rebound. And that one's good by Gortat. Gortat's got his first points of the night.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Rogers passes to Jordan. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Good call.
Splitters checked in for Gortat. Lakers leading by 5. Outside Jordan. The pass to Rogers. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And textbook. I mean, that move to the lane, you got to tip your hat on that one.
Well said, Greg. And Clark with some major elevation on the slam.
Boy, the defender might have to put his shoes back on after that move. Wow.
Here's Temple following the bucket by the Lakers. Thompson, a screen on Rogers. And Temple kicks to Splitter. Plenty of space. And Dallas again with the bucket.
And a big height advantage right there.
You know, it's tough to bring a big man that far away from the goal, but that might be a mismatch they're willing to live with.
Here's Randall. The shot no good. Good D by Thompson. And the call will be against Julius Randall. That's his first foul. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
And I don't care how much you grind it out defensively. When you shoot it that poorly, you're going to struggle to win games.
Well, it's not only going to be a struggle, it's going to be virtually impossible if you shoot as poorly as they did.
Here's Temple on the wing, Harris. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Here's Rogers, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. And it's 8 points for the dude.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down. And it's Harris off the drive. Here's Temple. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Rogers passes to Jordan. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And we've got a moment now to look at the highest scoring teams in the NBA from last season. In third, the Mavericks.
Boy, they do an excellent job offensively. Most of the season last year, they were really in sync. A nice flow and rhythm to their offensive game. But anytime you score the points they did, it's about unselfishness and trusting each other.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Andrew Bynum's checked in for Julius Randle. Carter comes in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Allen in for Rogers. And then for Dallas, Amir Johnson's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Ross comes in for Harris. And Harris subbed in for Garrett Temple. Big part of the problem for the Lakers last year was consistency. Clark, with all their injuries, they had to shuffle the lineup, it seemed, every game.
Well, you know what happened with all that shuffling was they got to see a lot of different players and evaluate them for the future. I think it helped in regards to what they're going to do this offseason.
Here's Russell. Michael Conley making his last shot. Allen with it. Conley picks him up. Bynum down low. He's against Splitter. The shot's good from Bynum. Bynum's got his first 2 points of the night.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
And for the Lakers, obviously the big get for them was landing the #2 overall pick in the draft. Getting a quality big to add to a roster with Kobe is huge. It made them a player, again, I believe, in free agency.
Here's Harris, following the score by Vince Carter. And here is Ross, looking for his first basket still in this one. And the shot is good. Los Angeles leading by 5.
And, you know, when it comes to the Lakers, they're always going to be players in free agency if they have money. It's still a marquee franchise in the NBA, one of the top 2 or 3, no doubt. When you have high draft picks and money to spend, people want to play for you, and not to mention California is an attractive destination.
Bynum, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Ross kicks to Conley. 1:43 left in the first quarter. That's good.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But boy, that was a nice job.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Jordan. And Andre Miller is subbed in for Russell. Miller dishes to Allen. And taken away by Johnson. And oh, here we go. Harris, nobody back. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 3 assists in the game. Hibbert inside. He's guarded by Johnson. Hibbert hits the bucket.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it. And guys, looking at Roy Hibbert, just a mountain of a man, listed these days at about 7'2", 290 pounds, with a wingspan of a pterodactyl. I mean, a true game changer inside when he's motivated and on his game.
Now here's Conley. He has 6. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Well, talking about Roy Hibbert, he doesn't just have size. He has a strong lower body, too. Very hard. And you know this, Clark. You worked for the organization. You saw it firsthand. Very hard to back that guy down in the post.
Yeah, and for years he's worked on ways to complement that size with improved training and footwork, even indulging in MMA one off season. I tell you what, he'd be one scary super heavyweight if he went the full distance in MMA.
Agreed. Here's Johnson after the made shot from Andrew Bynum.
And they've got to get their heads into this game. They're giving the ball away far too easily.
Right you are. I mean, that's turnover number 3 already. Not the way you want to start a ball game.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
And here is Harris, following the 3 from Ray Allen. Splitter, Bynum with the block. But they get it back. Conley's shot is off. Here's Miller. At the elbow, it's Allen. 1 second left. And that concludes. And Amir Johnson re-signed in Toronto. He's been a big part of this team for years, and he talked about
almost like a soccer atmosphere. I don't know if you've been.
A lot of fans south of the border in the U.S. are surprised when they learn how passionate, Clark, the fans in Toronto can be.
You know, Kevin, that's so true. I mean, when they get it going at the Air Canada Center, that place rocks. And it's great to hear Amir talk about how that pumps him up and makes him want to do it for Canada.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here. What have they been doing or not doing in the game?
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and, you know, it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
Andre Miller is out there with Rodgers. Then it's Roy Hibbert. Then it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Randall in at the 4. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter. Some solid defense from Harris. Mavericks trail by 8. There's the dish to Temple. To the paint. Johnson, the pass to Harris. Another shot. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. Harris has got his first points of the game.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
It's Ariza on the wing. Hibbert against Gortat. And it's Hibbert missing. Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And Temple kicks to Harris. And he gets the bucket.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Ariza dishes to Randall. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Ariza goes in. Shot clock at 6. Miller, the pass to Hibbert. Takes it from 10. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Mavericks trail by 4. 2 straight seasons of no playoffs for the Lakers after last year's miss. Not what they were hoping for.
It's going to be a growing process, Kevin. I mean, they had a young team and an injured superstar in Kobe both years. Hard to make the playoffs in that situation.
For Dallas, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Harris kicks to Harris. Over to the wing. Harris outside. Uncovered. Temple can't get it to go. Lakers leading by 6. And here's the fast break. Randall leading it all the way.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Harris kicks to Harris. There's the feed to Gortat. There's a screen by Gortat. Temple dishes to Gortat. Great D that time from Hibbert.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Outside Ariza. The baseline J. A second chance effort, and Hibbert lays it up and in. Hibbert's got the lead up to 10 now for Los Angeles.
He just punishes you on the backboard. I mean, it's pretty deflating for a team trailing big and still giving up second chance opportunities. And we've seen Dallas just be fantastic since the start of the new millennium. Year in and year out, they seem to always win 50 games. Hit that mark again last season.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Yes, thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Rick Carlisle was saying to the team. He told Harris that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. He also wants to see a patient offense, work for the shot, move the ball around, and as he told them, quote, if you don't see a good shot, find someone who does. Guys, they've got a decent hole to dig themselves out of, but still a lot of time left to do it. We'll see if those adjustments help.
Thank you, Doris. Looking to end the run, kept alive. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. season they won 50, Greg, as you just said. That marked Clark the 12th time. It happened since 2000.
Well, clearly this franchise has been committed to winning. I mean, you hear that from a lot of franchises, but they often aren't willing to take the risk that the Mavericks take. The Mavs do a good job of putting their money where their mouth is.
And for Marcin Gortat, he was such a good fit for the Wizards last season. Actually, the last 2 seasons.
You know, he runs the floor very well for his size. A terrific finisher, solid in the pick and roll, can make the mid-range. You know, he's been one of the more consistent centers in our league.
You know, getting back to Gortat, he signed that 5-year, $60 million contract a couple of years back. Raised some eyebrows at the time because he's not a supreme athlete, but his size, effort, and refined skill set have made him worth it so far.
And Harris drops them both.
And talking about Gortat, I like what he can do for you defensively. Doesn't really have a vertical, but uses his length and timing.
Sublime stuff, guys. Absolutely sublime.
Clark, he's going to start putting on a show now.
and that's usually how it goes. Once they get that lead, it's almost like they give him free reign.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Harris against Russell. Harris outside. Dishes to Thompson. Three-pointer. And good on the basket. Book it. Thompson's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Dallas. For Los Angeles, they've gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Here's Marion. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And, Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
The 17-footer. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Harris, right side. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And for Tobias Harris, a resurgence of sorts last season, Clark, especially from behind the arc, where he shot a career high, 36%.
You know, he'd only hit 25% from 3 the year before, Kevin. So, yeah, monster improvement in accuracy from long range.
Carter, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Allen comes in for Rogers. Dallas also making some changes. Splitter is checked in for Gortat. Ross comes in for Garrett Temple. And it's Conley in for Devin Harris. And it's Harris off the drive. He makes that one drop, only a second in 5 tries.
And getting back to Harris, there's just so much to like about his game. He lives in the gym, has a tremendous feel for the game, and he knows how to maximize his production within those athletic limitations. In a moment here, let's check out the numbers for Jordan. Coming off a terrific season. First in rebounding, first in field goal percentage, and one of the great shot erasers in our game, providing the last line of defense. How about top 5 in the league for blocks?
And, you know, getting back to the fact that he led the league in rebounding, you know how hard that is to do? That's a great asset for a team as well. You know, the thing about Harris is he's a combo forward, extremely versatile. At 6'8", he struggles with size against the better power forwards, and he lacks the athleticism of the better small forward. So to get the most out of him, you have to put him in the right matchups.
And the Lakers making a change here. Bynum's checked in. Russell passes to Carter. Here's Bynum, takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that 2-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Conley kicks to Thompson. Good on the shot. Thompson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Russell kicks to Bynum. Mavericks with the rebound. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Harris dishes to Conley. Marion with the steal. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Carter leading the charge.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden.
Conley the pass to Harris, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Conley.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. Terrible turnover.
DJ Augustine's checked in for Russell. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Conley into the lane. Can't get it to go. And the Lakers going the other way now. Lakers passing it around. Out to Marion from past the arc. Good. Marion's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists. Yeah, gutsy shot to come right back at him with the three of his own.
Well, we've seen it before. He doesn't have any problem trading shots with anybody.
Here's Bynum. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Randall's checked in for the Lakers.
Lakers foul call. DJ Augustine.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Los Angeles?
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Rasul Butler's checked in for Carter. Splitter kicks to Conley. Splitter with a screen on Augustine. Pass to Thompson. And Bynum pulls it down. Bynum's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. That drops. Allen's got 5 now.
In an area where Dallas struggled last season was defending the three-pointer. A lot of their losses came against teams that just took them apart from beyond the arc.
Here's Conley. And it falls over the rim and in. He's got 9.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
It's Allen on the wing. Bynum dishes to Allen. 6 on the shot clock. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Butler. Conley grabs the miss.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Ross passes to Thompson. He feeds it to Conley. Another miss by Conley.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Bynum. Augustine in the corner. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Thompson's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And it's Rasul Butler with the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Mavericks have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
So he gets them both. Miller kicks to Allen. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Oh, he hits it. How about that shot?
Big time, big time.
Incredible.
Unbelievable. When a shot like that falls, even the hostile crowd has to crack a smile.
So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Lakers lead by 8. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Standing by with Andrew Bynum. Andrew, what are the keys to the way you need to play to help this team win, not just tonight, but in general?
We're out here now. We're trying to win games. And if I'm aggressive defensively, I think we have the best chance to do it.
Andrew, thanks for the time. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the Lakers out on top at halftime. They have an 8-point lead. And we'll start with the big fella. Shaq, what'd you see from them out there?
Well, Kenny should appreciate this. I love the ball movement. They were in sync as a unit, and their assist numbers were impressive. Anytime you get 5 players working together like that instead of one guy doing it alone, it's always going to be a boost. That's the primary reason they're in control of the game.
Kenny, how do you think Dallas played?
Well, right now, they're getting a little embarrassed on the defensive end. They got outshot in the first half. But that's because no one put their foot down on defense to stop it. So in the second half, they need to play much more disruptive defensively. They have to do whatever it takes.
That's going to do it for now as the second half is just about ready to get started. We'll see you later.
And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. They're looking amped up and ready to get going once again. We're seeing a tremendous game from the dude.
It's as if he can get to the rim any time he wants. And in that first half, he wanted to quite a bit.
And that's where his points were coming from. I mean, the defense has to do a much better job of challenging him at the rim.
On the court for the Mavericks, they've got Gortat. Thompson is out there with Harris. Then it's Garrett Temple. And it's Conley in at the 1. Temple can't get it to go. Lakers leading by 8. Here's Rogers. Hits it from three-point range. Rogers has got the first points of the third quarter up on the boards for Los Angeles. And one feels bad for the way Julius Randle's career started. I was there that night. First game of the season, 7th pick out of Kentucky in the 2014 draft. Suited up for one game, broke his right leg 14 minutes in. And the guy that comforted him the most, I recall very vividly, Kobe Bryant stayed with him the entire time when he was really in shock on the floor.
He was, and unfortunately, for so many reasons. For one, he had really been progressing in the summer league, and the Lakers obviously had high hopes for him. And when he went down, that was the start of the rest of the ship kind of going down with him. And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
He kicks to Jordan. Passes to Rogers. Launches it. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Jordan's got 3 assists tonight.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Gortat dishes to Thompson. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Thompson's got 7 points in the game.
And, you know, going back to Randle's rookie year, his troubles really started during medical checkups before the draft. They found a foot injury dating back to high school. The 5th metatarsal had been broken, which may be why he fell a few spots in the draft. Well, they need those kinds of plays right now. I mean, smart defense generating some offense.
And really, Clark, that's the way you get yourself back into the game. Key stops and then try to get out in transition for some easy ones.
Timeout called the Lakers.
And talking about Randle's rookie injuries, the Lakers were going to let him play through the foot. But once he broke the leg, they did season-ending surgery on the foot as well. Hopefully, now he can just stay healthy and get to play the game he loves.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Dallas calls timeout. Lakers were awful in a lot of aspects last season, and their play at home was a major one. Greg, they just couldn't do anything at home, and I think the fans were giving up hope as well.
And given how pricey those Laker tickets are, Kevin, there was a lot to be salty out in Laker land, so can't be a bottom dweller and charge that much for seats.
6 on the shot clock, and he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Bynum's checked in. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Rich Carlisle said to his team. He told his guys that their offense needed to run through Conley. Coach reminded them that he is supposed to be the key factor tonight, and he still wants to see that happen. He also told them that he wants to see multiple passes on every possession. He said that was the key to getting the best shot each time down. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the fourth quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
And thank you, Doris. Here's Temple. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target.
You know, the Lakers were a bottom dweller last year. I mean, their home record was 12-29, guys. That was tied for the second worst mark in the NBA.
And there's the call on Garrett Temple. Vince Carter is checked in for the Lakers. And Dallas also making a switch. Harris is checked in. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Good. And that's 10 points for Ariza.
And you know, guys, a lot of the problems for the Lakers at home last season was with their shooting. They had the lowest three-point percentage in the league at home. Not exactly friendly bounces for them.
That's tipped, so it's the Lakers now. Outside, Russell. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. It's off his foot. And they're saying he kicked the ball. Kicks it to Bynum. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Harris against Russell. To the right side. Temple the pass to Harris. Fires from 18. Dallas no good that time either.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Pass to Bynum. To the middle. Feeds it to Carter. Stolen by Thompson. And it's Harris off the drive. And good coming on the assist from Devin Harris. And that's now 9 points for Tobias Harris. Here's Rogers. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
No slowing him down. Just incredible numbers for the dude. 22 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
And maybe it's time for them to set a few more screens for him up top and let him add to that total.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Ross is checked in.
Well, clearly the Lakers were not a great team. I mean, they did have one of their better bench units last season. They led the league in points off the bench, but that was more an indictment of the quality of the starters than the firepower of the bench.
Harris kicks to Gortat, and that one's good. Gortat's got 4 this quarter.
Boy, that was a pretty assist by Harris.
Lakers leading by 11. Here's Rogers.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. Russell dishes to Carter. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Carter's got 6.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
There's the pick. The pass to Thompson. He dishes it to Ross. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Harris kicks to Ross. And it's off from 3-point range. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 8 of their 11 shots to drop since the break. A great third quarter for them offensively. And here we go. Harris heading to the hoop. That's good. 12 points for him.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Down low. The Mavericks pull it in. Thompson's got his 6th rebound on the night. Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Temple.
Wow, you don't see him make plays like that very often. That's a nice move there for the basket.
That's good. And that's now 28 points for the Dudes.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Ross on the wing. 9 points in the game so far. Temple can't get it to go.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
And Russell gets it to go on the assist by Carter. Carter's got 3 assists tonight.
Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line? Come on.
From 12 feet out, Harris misses. Lakers leading by 14. Ross with the steal. And again, Dallas running up the court in transition. Dallas again missing. Los Angeles has gotten the 3-ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. The shot's good from Rogers.
And the big lead becomes bigger. They are playing with purpose here tonight, guys.
And they're doing it at both ends of the floor. I mean, that's what you like to see. They've been controlling the action from both ends of the court.
And stolen by Russell. Pull up Jay. And finish off by Carter.
They just can't miss. Everything they put up, it seems, goes in.
You know, sometimes you're the bug, and sometimes you're the windshield. They are certainly the bugs tonight. Nothing going their way.
And I'm not even sure that I'd want to be the windshield.
No, maybe the windshield wiper.
Yeah, right.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Los Angeles.
Boy, guys, I really like how they've driven the ball to the basket in this game. I mean, they've been very aggressive with it.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten out in transition.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Bynum. Hibbert comes in for Vince Carter. Ray Allen, he's checked in for Rogers. And Miller's subbed in for Russell. Splitter kicks to Ross. Conley, the pass to Johnson. And Hibbert with the block. And he recovers it. The dish to Ross. Just 5 on the clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Dallas again missing.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Dallas moving it around. Here's Splitter. Ross kicks to Gortat. Johnson the screen. Outside Conley. For 3, Ross. The rebound by the Lakers. And this matchup with Dallas, it's their first meeting of the season.
And here we go. The first in what will be a 3-game season series between the two teams.
Yeah, no splits here, partner. One team will have bragging rights, and a win tonight is the first step.
And Hibbert with the block. As out of bounds, the Mavericks able to retain possession here. Harris is checked in for Gortat.
Tobias Harris.
They set the screen. Ross kicks to Conley. 6 to shoot. In the corner, it's Harris. No good on the 3. Jordan dishes to Ariza. Back to Jordan. Out to Miller. Gets it off. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Lakers on top. They lead by 18. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. Welcome back as we get ready to start the 4th quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Lakers leading by 18. We've got Allen. Jordan is out there with Randall. Then it's Miller, and it's Ariza. In at the 3, the small forward. That's the Laker 5. Conley with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. Johnson sets the screen for Conley. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Conley's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for Dallas. Here's Randall, and he goes in for the dunk.
Make it 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was ultra safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
And guys, as he should be. Remove all doubt on that attack.
Conley kicks to Harris. And there's the feed to Ross. Johnson the screen. And it's Harris off the drive. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket. About a minute played here in the 4th quarter. Here's Jordan. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
It's been a tough goal for him. Just an uncontainable game for Jordan. 9 points and 2 blocks. He's getting it done, making plays by setting up his teammates and grabbing some nice boards, too.
And also, how about the intangibles? All the little things that he's done. That's also really important.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Jordan. Rogers checked in for Trevor Ariza. Garrett Temple has checked in for Dallas. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Mavericks last season, Clark, were very tough down the stretch in games. Had a lot of players that shined all the time during crunch time.
Well, when you've got guys like Dirk and Monte that can create their own shot, it gives you a chance to win close games. It's a big reason they were 6-0 in overtime games, in my opinion.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket. And the Mavs won close ones, as you said, but they knew how to close games out in general. 36-2 last year when winning going into the 4th quarter. And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Here's Johnson, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, I tell you, that's what veteran teams do. I mean, they close out games. They know how to finish. The Mavs have the leadership and presence to not let any lead slip away by being inattentive to details.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
That free throw missing. I'm watching Amir Johnson, Clark. He seems so casual about silently destroying opponents in the paint, and he's carried that air about him almost his entire career.
You know what? He's rarely had plays called for him, Kevin. He doesn't produce a bunch of highlights, but he's really potent. I mean, one of the league's best at defending opponents at the rim, grabbing in-traffic rebounds. Those both are valuable assets.
And he's good on the second.
And talking about Amir Johnson, he's really the last of a discontinued model, if you will. When the Pistons called his name in the 2005 NBA draft, the year before the rookie age limit was put in place, he became the last 18-year-old drafted into our league. And it did take him a number of years to kind of get up to the pro speed.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Thompson's checked in. Lakers leading by 16.
Guys, did you know not once in Johnson's 10 seasons has he averaged more than 11 points or 7.5 rebounds a game? Sometimes he doesn't even start. And yet, there's a certain sect of followers who feel Amir Johnson is among the most valuable, efficient players in the league.
To the inside, splitter. That's good.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
LA has gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Carter kicks to Randall. Pass to Rogers. Harris against Jordan. The shot is off. Some solid defense from Harris. Mavericks trail by 16. Outside Conley. Splitter sets a screen for Conley. It's blocked.
And not a night he's going to want to remember. Just not really able to score the basketball.
Carter, the pass to Jordan. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Stolen by Conley. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Finished off the break.
Fast break opportunities do not get any easier than that one off the steal.
Exactly. The defense really no chance to get back.
The shot is off.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
Gortat's checked in for Dallas.
That's his third personal foul. Second team foul. Mavericks substitution. Archon Gortat.
Here's Harris. There's a screen. The screen from Thompson. Got a piece of it. Randall with the ball. Here's Rogers. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And one thing we know is that across the board in the NBA, attendance is up all over. Franchise values are also at an all-time high. Overseas, the game continues to grow as well.
Harris outside. The three. Dallas again missing. Lakers leading by 15. Carter dishes to Randall. Passes it to Carter. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. And the media deal in play says a lot about the popularity. It's not just broadcast. Fans are showing up as well.
Sellouts were at a record 700 last season, Kevin. The previous record was 676. Almost 22 million regular season fans. That's a big number.
Here's Conley. Blanketed by the D. Fights to the rim for the layup.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Russell kicks to Randall. Good D by Thompson. Mavericks trail by 16. On the wing, Harris. No one near him. Misses off the left iron. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. And that one's good. Russell.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Conley into the lane. Dallas again missing. Lakers leading by 18. Carter outside. Dishes it to Jordan. Russell kicks to Jordan. Pass to Rogers. Shot clock at 5. Stolen by Michael Conley. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. And the Lakers making a change here. Ariza's checked in. Here is Rogers. Takes a three. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Kicks it to Temple. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
That's his first personal foul.
Free throw drops for Temple.
Garrett Temple taking 2 shots.
That one misses. Lakers have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Here's Rogers. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And so here is Dallas. 17-point game. Temple the pass to Gortat. He feeds it to Harris. He kicks it to Conley. Drops in the layup for 2.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Rogers passes to Russell. Jordan against Harris. Banked in off the glass. And 12 points here for DeAndre Jordan.
He's been one of their more reliable options to date, has led them to this lead.
And the Mavericks call time here. Nice game. Great performance by the dude.
He's really taking it to him inside. They got to find a way to slow him down.
Temple dishes to Conley. The screen from Thompson. On the wing, Harris. There's the triple. Ariza with the rebound.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the boards.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
Mavericks trail by 19. And Temple kicks to Conley. Feeds it to Gortat. Dallas moving the ball around. And it's Harris off the drive. Can't get it to go. Jordan with some nice D. And the pass to Rogers. Randall down low. Harris is there. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Randall.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Mavericks have gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth, right around 46-47%. Fast break, the Lakers from deep three-point range. The long distance three is buried. 34 points for the dude.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Love the mentality there, I tell you. I know I've never coached, but, man, playing to win and being aggressive even with the lead as opposed to being safe and going into prevent offense, I'll take the former all day long. Play to win.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Lakers.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, Clark, it seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
The stats tell us, Greg, that the winner of the first game is a big favorite to come out on top in the overall series.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for the dude. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Russell passes to Rogers. We've got 33 seconds left in the game. Back to Ariza. Clock at 6. And again, Los Angeles with a triple.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound. Michael Conley with excellent vision on that pass.
Here is Rogers. And it's Ariza in the corner. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Well, they're going to walk out of here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
Yeah, you know, it was a real solid performance for them in a lot of areas. I mean, they should be proud of their work tonight.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team, Clark, by far tonight.
No question about it, Kevin. They certainly gave their fans plenty to scream and holler about. This place was rocking. It was on fire, and it only got louder as that lead got bigger.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. And coming up next, the postgame show with Ernie Johnson, Shaq, and Kenny the Jet.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Let's take a look now as we give our nod to our Jordan player of the game. He had an outstanding third quarter. Whatever they needed in terms of energy and offense, he was the firepower that propelled them during the second half.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow. You get jealous, and he feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.
Let's take them back.
Yeah.